get your funny britches on because I've got another comedian coming to the stage. This guy's been doing it for a long time. He's been killing it here in Athens, and it means a lot that he came out here to do this show tonight. If you please could put your hands together for Mr. Lanny Farmer.
All right. Guys, I feel like I'm coming to the end. I feel like this is the end for me. I'm about to turn 28, which is scary because I'm pretty sure I had my midlife crisis when I was 14. So I'm going to be dead soon. There's that. I don't know if you can tell. I was bullied as a kid. Had a bully. Anybody else? Bullied? Fantastic. Had a bully. He called me stupid. He called me gay. And he called me a pussy. And I called him grandpa. Which, you know, I may be all those things, but at least I'm not a vegetable. We're all on board. I hang around a lot of drunk people, and I've noticed that there are different types of drunks. Some people they're like angry drunks. Some people are stupid drunks. I found out that I am a sensitive drunk. I found that out because I was drinking with some of my married friends, and all I could talk about was how beautiful their weddings were. I was like, your flower arrangement was so quaint. And I've never used the word quaint before in my life. And then I just cried uncontrollably for like 45 minutes. But I think like the saddest part about that story is all I had to drink was a Smirnoff Ice. So I trying to take better care of myself. Have you ever felt guilty for drinking Gatorade when you haven't done anything athletic for like 15 years? That's where I'm at in my life. But it's weird, like I drank the Gatorade and my body's like, electrolytes, you don't need that shit. That's for people who sweat. This is weird, kind of embarrassing. I'm not great at impressing the ladies. In high school, I thought the best way to impress girls was through magic. Turns out that is incorrect. Found out that one of the hardest things about being a magician is making your virginity disappear. But it was weird though, like I could never make like the rabbit disappear, but like pussy would just vanish immediately. So in that aspect, I was pretty good. It was also embarrassing in high school. I picked up a girl. I picked up a girl on our first date. Picked her up in my mom's minivan. She was like, "Why are you driving your mom's Honda Odyssey?" And I was like, "Because I'm about to take you on a sexual journey, girl." Spoiler alert, I didn't. Not a big fan. Well, I'm not great at relationships because I'm not a big fan of like human contact. Not a big fan of being touched. In high school, I used to hate it when the basketball coach would slap me on the ass and tell me good game. Mostly because I didn't play basketball. Probably should have told someone about that. This is some good news. I went on a date last weekend. Thank you. I don't need your pity. Went on a date last weekend, and by that I mean I sat next to a stranger in a movie theater. Shit got awkward real fast. He freaked out when I tried to hold his hand. He's like, please stop. I was like, listen, buddy, the only reason I'm holding your hand is because this movie is terrifying. He's like, this is Finding Dory. And I was like, yeah, I'm scared of the ocean. Have you ever seen a shark? Scary. But then he finally got up and left when I cut the hole in the popcorn. Because Good luck explaining that to your kids. I broke up with a girl recently. I'm kind of a shallow person. I realize that now. I broke up with this girl because she was a really bad driver. She may have been the world's worst driver. She was such a bad driver that she ran over her own cat. Yeah. She ran over her own cat. It was an indoor cat, guys. I'm not sure how she did it, but that's talent. I was in downtown Athens the other day. Not really. I'm just pandering. It's downtown Athens the other day, and I saw this very beautiful girl walking down the street, and it started to rain. I didn't want to appear creepy, but when I got up beside her, I asked her if she wanted a ride, and she was like, "No, you loser." Hurtful. And I was like, well, that's fine because there wasn't room for you on this Razor scooter anyway. And then as I went past her, I popped a wheelie and spun the handlebars just so she knows that she fucked up. Yeah, we know who the real winner is, guys. It's not me. It's not all bad, though. I don't want to brag, but last week I almost got a blowjob. So thank you. So those yoga classes are really paying off. Do we get the joke? I'm very flexible. I don't know why I made such aggressive eye contact with you when I said blowjob. I apologize. It's not part of the act. I don't know how many of you go to comedy shows often, but if you do, a lot of male comedians are they're perverts. It's just how we are. A lot of male comedians are very, very perverted. Some of them like to get up here, and they like to talk about premature ejaculation, which is weird. I like to refer to myself as a mature ejaculator, because I don't giggle when it happens anymore. Clearly, I'm not alone. Good crowd. Yeah. I don't know, like, been going through kind of a weird writer's block lately, which when you're a comedian, that's not great. But I try to draw inspiration from, like, my friends and stuff like that, but they weren't much help. They're like, why don't you just write more dick jokes? And I was like, I think I have enough jokes about my dad. No. He's a cool guy for a dick. Guys, I always hate telling this joke because it's a weird setup. Guys, I've been getting into some weird porno lately. Anybody else? No. I came across this on the internet. There's a very, very attractive woman, and she started blowing into a Nintendo cartridge. And I was like, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is fantastic. Part of me was like, ooh, I hope she's about to do something really sexy. But like a bigger part of me was like, I hope she's about to play Mario Kart. Either way, I'm going to finish. So I'm on board. Guys, I am lactose intolerant. Anyone else? Just me? Fantastic. Lactose. Basically, if you don't know what that means, if a food brings you like joy and happiness, I can't have it. But it's weird when you're lactose intolerant because it makes going to birthday parties very awkward because there's always cake and ice cream. And if you don't participate in the festivities, people start asking you very awkward questions. They're like, oh, why aren't you eating cake and ice cream? Is there something wrong with you? Or who invited you to our 6-year-old's birthday? Or, why aren't you wearing pants? Like, don't worry about it. Calm down. The better question is, who's leaving the key underneath the doormat? That's what I want to know. This is fantastic. I'm actually really enjoying this. Usually I don't enjoy doing comedy. No, I like it. Speaking of parties, I was in Party City the other day. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they don't sell alcohol, drugs, or condoms. What the hell kind of party am I supposed to throw for my 12-year-old cousin? Ridiculous. I have this weird ability, kind of proud of it, where I can make things very awkward very fast. I used to work at a drive-thru, and on my first day, the manager said, okay, here's all you do. When they come through the drive-thru, they place their order, you tell them the total, and you say, thank you, it'll be my pleasure to serve you at the window. Got it? I was like, boom, super confident, let's do this. First lady comes to the drive-thru, she places her order, I tell her total, and then I say, thank you, I look forward to pleasuring you at the window. That's not it. So that's how I got fired from Chick-fil-A. Quite the experience. I was actually in Chick-fil-A the other day, and I was wearing my T-shirt with the Flash logo on it. The girl working behind the counter, she was about my age. She saw my shirt, and she's like, oh, the Flash. Do you watch the TV show? And I was like, no, you fucking nerd. Stupid. I just collect the action figures and read the comics. There's a difference. Do I look like a child to you? Now give me the 3-piece nuggets with the applesauce. Mom, can you pay for this? Fantastic. I'll be in the ball pit looking for the Pokemon. Guys, a lot of my jokes are not based in reality. That one was. Sadly. Trying to make myself look cooler lately. Thinking about getting a tattoo, but I have commitment issues. I think facial tattoos are really weird though. You know how like gangsters get a facial tattoo every time they kill somebody? I think that would be a good practice for doctors also. We're all on board. Because you'd be like, yeah, this guy seems like a really good doctor. He's like, yeah, but you see how many tattoos he had on his face? It was a lot for a pediatrician. So. I'm 27. It's a weird age to be. A lot of people are starting to put pressure on me to settle down, get married, have kids, and all that. The person that is applying the most pressure, though, is my grandmother. She's like, why don't you have a kid? Make me a great grandmother. And I'm like, I think it's going to take more than a kid to make you a great grandmother. Why don't you work on being a decent grandmother? Try remembering my birthday, bitch. No, but she's got Alzheimer's, so. All right, guys. Well, that is it for me. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hey, keep it going for Lanny Farmer. That was awesome. God.